The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening and welcome to Hedgesville High School as we get you set for West Virginia High School boys basketball action between the Hedgesville Eagles and the undefeated Spring Mills Cardinals. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Kyle McLaughlin. Back in the studio, it's Dylan Bishop. Our cameraman tonight is Aiden Sensabaugh for what should be a great high school boys basketball game. It's Hedgesville Spring Mills, one of the bigger rivalries here in the EPAC. Each and every night, you get a good competitive game, it feels like. And these two teams certainly have a lot of history against each other, Colin. We're looking forward to this one. They've already played here once this season. It was a 39-25 win for Spring Mills over Hedgesville, where the Eagles kept them under 40, which would be key tonight because they don't really have a ton of offensive explosiveness. But obviously you're going to need more than 25 points to beat the number one team in the state.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. And this time, though, Hedgesville gets the comfort of being at home, having their student section behind them. They also have some rest. Spring Mills coming off a close win last night against Jefferson at Jefferson, 48-47 in that one. Still undefeated, still best team in the state, but will they be tired potentially coming into this one and be able to stay fully focused and get through the very, very tough defense that Hedgesville will set up in the half court that they're known to do? And at the same time, as you said, though, all that can work, but at the same time, the Eagles need a better offensive outing than the last time if they want to somehow pull off the upset here tonight.
You look at Hedgesville on the year, 13-5, 4-4 in the EPAC. It was a team that lost the majority of its minutes, the majority of its scoring from last season, Colin, but the culture around here is winning basketball, and the players that have been forced into those roles have stepped up and continued to at least provide that, a winning season, another good, solid season for Hedgesville, probably a top 10 team in the state as well. When you look at the final rankings, whenever those do come out, the Eagles are really solid. They're just in a very tough conference, in a very tough section, probably the toughest section in the state of West Virginia, to have Martinsburg and Spring Mills and yourself and Hedgesville all in the same section. I mean, that is pretty ridiculous when you think about it.
Yeah, and they're still a top 10 team in the state of West Virginia and have a coach that's been doing it for a long time, knows what he's doing, is well respected around the entire state. I'm looking forward to this one tonight. I expect another competitive game, but at the same time, part of me wants to see Spring Mills go out there and be that dominant team that we know they can be, like we saw at the beginning of the season when they were blowing teams out, looked unstoppable. Here lately, it just seems like for some reason, teams that you didn't expect to hang around with them have hung around with them.
Well, we talked about that in the pregame interview of Coach Luke Samples, and he addressed it. He feels like teams are scouting them one. They've seen them already once, so the second time around, they're going to make adjustments. And the key for Spring Mills is, okay, can they make the adjustments to match what the other teams are adjusting to and do some different things to throw those teams off? And you look back on the games so far, and they're still winning them. So ultimately, they're still finding a way to win no matter how the game plays out. And you got to give credit to these other teams as well in the EPAC. Like, there's no bad team in this conference. All the teams have a winning record. Every team has been competitive at times with each other. So while we may favor Spring Mills every night because they haven't lost and they've looked pretty dominant at times, don't be surprised if a Hedgesville or a Martinsburg or a Jefferson or even Washington or Musselman give them a night where it's a little bit more difficult than it has been for the majority of the season, because I think we have a lot of talent in this area, and that's why even on a night like tonight, it's like, well, which game do you go to if you're TV 10? We chose this one because it's a different matchup that we haven't seen yet, but every game's good, and it's tough to pick those things.
Yes, it really is, and we always hope that we pick the best one, and as of right now, I'm thinking that we did. Looking at this one as the JV game concludes, very competitive between those teams. Spring Mills comes out on top. As we said yesterday, it was a close game for Spring Mills as well, and somebody that has stepped up as of late for Spring Mills. We already have talked for a majority of the season that they don't really go deep into their bench. They rely on that starting five to really carry them. But off the bench, the sixth man for this team, Tyler Jones, has really shown, I guess, progress is maybe what I'm trying to go with. I mean, they knew what talent he had. We talked to him about Tyler Jones before when we saw him at Spring Mills have the 15 points in the win against Martinsburg, I believe it was, Nick. And we heard from Coach Samples that he actually started during the summer, but other guys kind of improved here during that late part of the offseason to make the switch. And he goes out yesterday and has 19 points in that win against Jefferson.
Yeah, he's a player that's been a lot of progress for them and has given Spring Mills that bench depth that they've been looking for, Colin. So let's go ahead and take our first 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is the Parsons Ford Countdown to Tip-Off. Parsons Ford is located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. We're back in 2 minutes on the Parsons Ford Countdown to Tip-Off. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 6 new providers who've joined University Health Associates East and our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center. Nurse practitioner Jacqueline Bauer, neonatology. Dr. John Casto, anesthesiology. Nurse practitioner Camille Dantzler, behavioral medicine and psychiatry. Dr. Ting Chang Si, pediatrics. Dr. Eric Lopez, internal medicine. And Dr. Milan Serrano, OBGYN. Welcome to WVU Medicine.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. We'll now get into our coaches' interviews brought to you by Rock's Local Markets. With convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle, Rock's fast, fresh, friendly. We'll start with the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles and then hear from the head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, Luke Samples. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Let's hear from Coach Church.
Now here with the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Kelly Church. Coach, big game tonight against Spring Mills. Last time against them, it was relatively close. You guys were able to keep them, below 40 points, but offensively you guys struggled a little bit. So what do you think are some things you'd like to do tonight to build on after that game?
Well, same thing. Like they're so much more athletic than we are. We obviously, and they're a very talented team. So, we have to do the best we can to control the tempo, and we have to play really, really well defensively, which I think we did at their place. We did play fairly well defensively. I think we did a pretty good job of controlling the tempo. So we did those things. Unfortunately, we obviously we didn't score enough points. We're going to have to score more than 25 to win that game. How much more? Well, it all depends on how much we control the tempo. Like, the game's in the 40s. We got a chance at least. The game gets in the 50s and 60s against them. It's going to be tough for us.
Overall, how would you evaluate this season with, all you lost from last year, and you're still sitting there winning records. You're playing good basketball for the most part. You've been competitive. Just what's your thoughts on the season overall so far?
Honestly, I couldn't be like, there's been years where we were an extremely talented team and some things didn't work out for us, and and that's unfortunate. And team wins lots of games, you get pats on the back, and our staff and I are extremely pleased, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like our kids try as hard, literally as hard as they can. Every practice, every minute they're on the floor. We've dealt with, and again, everybody else has too. So I'm not an excuses guy. Like we have a couple kids not even here tonight. So we usually only play. If people have been to our games, we usually play 6, 7 at the most. A couple starters not here. So it's going to be an uphill battle. But again, with that being said, some of my greatest accomplishments in life have happened when people told me I couldn't do something. So we kind of gave that message to our team and how much we love them and believe in them. And no matter what, obviously I mean this figuratively, not literally, but, we're going to show up, and Hedgesville High School is going to make everybody here proud and fight as hard as we can to represent our teams to the best of our ability.
We talk about that and just the challenge of this season, because this is kind of a unique year where 2 of the top 3 teams in the state are in your section. So to even get to a sectional championship would be a challenge. There's been years, obviously, when Martinsburg and Hedgesville have been two of the best teams in the state, but just overall, I guess, how do you approach this challenge as you head into sectional play and get ready for the sectional tournament here in a few weeks?
Well, I was just talking to my friend, Mr. Pittsnoggle, who's a principal. I mean, obviously he's Quincy's dad. Everybody in our region has been ranked in the top 10. I think at some point, with the exception of maybe Washington hasn't. And ironically, they beat Musselman tonight. They're the number 1 seed in the other side. So, man, it's extremely talented this year, top to bottom. When we were at Rotary and we all spoke, it's one of the things that Coach Basile talked about, very appropriately. He said, coming into the season, I think, and he didn't say we were an afterthought. I thought people thought we'd really be down, and certainly depth-wise, we're limited. Overall, height, we're not. I don't know who we are, what we are. I know we're a group of kids, a group of coaches, and a group of kids that try really, really hard to implement a game plan, and everybody buys in. The kids have done anything and everything we've asked. We played a fairly talented South Hagerstown team the other night, and again, like on that night, it was different kids, but we had 3 kids not here. We had kids playing. Like tonight, we're going to start a young man he hadn't played 5 minutes in a varsity basketball game all year. And so, with that being said, along the way in life, man, you can. I tell kids all the time, you don't get to decide the cards you're dealt in life. You do get to decide how you play them. And so, I'm extremely proud of our kids and our team, and obviously, very talented team we're playing against. Extremely challenging, but it's like this every night in our area. We've been fortunate enough to get a few. Be obviously great for us to get this one tonight. But no matter what, the next couple weeks become preparing for that one game. You win that one game, now you're one game away from going to the state tournament. So we'll see what happens. But again, extremely proud of our kids. I can't reiterate it enough. And and obviously, for our area, it says a lot. Do I think that Hedgesville High School has proven that this year, man, are we top 10 too? I think we have. But like you said, it makes it tough when 3 or 4 of the other teams are also top 5. So we'll show up and compete, make our community proud.
Coach, what do you think when you look at the Spring Mills team? If you had to pick one thing that really stands out to you about them to make them so elite and have gotten to this 19-0 record?
Well, they have lots of different parts. They have kids that can shoot. They have kids that play solid, good defense. They have size, and they have length, and then quite honestly, they have Caleb Thomas. Caleb Thomas is he's the X factor, however you want to say it. He is. However tall he is on paper, I don't know. He's at least 6'5". He handles the ball well. He can play inside. Obviously, he's leading probably the state in dunks. He handles the ball on the perimeter extremely well. Plays point guard for him a lot of the time. And so, we throughout my time here, we've had a couple kids that were like that. The area is extremely talented, and we had QJ. What was the difference in how in that year, Martinsburg was so talented, they beat us every time we played, and we still ended up winning a state championship that year. And the reason we were is because we had QJ. Lots of talented kids. We had the most talented one overall, and that made a big difference for us. So, at that point, Martinsburg had Dante. So, that's 2 kids who were paid over $1 million a year to play basketball. So, those kids change things. Obviously Caleb has a bright future, and the biggest thing about Caleb Thomas is, people can get upset about certain antics, right? They can. You can't get upset about Caleb Thomas. There are no antics. He plays. Whether he dunks it on something, he's not the one who wags his finger. He's not the one who tries to step over somebody. He's not that kid. He's a really, really good kid. When he was, I believe, 8 or 9 years old, he and Noah Brown, my stepson, played on the same little rec league team. He was a great kid then. He's still a great kid now. So, hopefully things go well for us tonight. But that kid's, that young man certainly has a bright future, and he's a really good person.
All right, Coach, thank you. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you. And down, as this thing finishes, thank you to you guys. Don't know if I'll have you again, but thank you to you guys for all your coverage and everything else. And it certainly means a lot to our team, but it means a lot to the families and alumni, people that are away and don't get a chance to necessarily come to all the games. And then lastly, these games have been great. No matter what happens as we finish out the season in the EPAC, I think everybody in this area should be proud of Hedgesville High School, but certainly all the teams as well. It's been a great year.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Here's the head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, Luke Samples. Coach, coming off of a tight 1-point win over Jefferson the other night, what did you kind of take away from that game as things really starting to heat up here in EPAC play?
Man, I was excited. We found a way to win another game. 19-0, it's tough. Every game's a battle. You see different styles, and, Jefferson was completely healthy, so it's nice to know that we can beat them completely healthy. And again, man, we can win. We can find ways to win. And at the end of the day, in March, you got to find a way to win. They don't ask you how. They just ask you if it's a win or a loss. And we were able to get the win. The guys really fought through it, and I was really proud of them.
It does seem like your team's been in some closer games here down the stretch. Obviously, though, you know that there's a lot of good teams around here, so that was going to happen eventually. How do you think that helps your team moving forward to be in these close games and not, be blowing everybody out every single night?
Yeah, that's why our schedule is what it is, man. Like, I'm actually very, very happy, and it's a scouting, and teams are doing different things against us. We're trying to do different things against different teams, and it just helps us to be battle-tested. And I've said it for, 20 years now. And the hardest part is getting to Charleston, because you see these teams 2, 3 times, 4 times sometimes a year, and you got to get out. And to be able to see, everyone's best shot, because we are number 1 and we are unbeaten, I think it's really, really going to help us in 2 weeks and in 3 weeks when sectionals and regional roll around, because, we're taking everyone's best shot, and, that makes me proud. 5 years ago it wasn't like that, and now it is. So we're honored to take everyone's best shot, and we're going to take Hedgesville's best shot tonight.
We talked about it before, but Tyler Jones steps up for you last night or the other night in that win against Jefferson, and just his presence and what he's brought to your team as the 6th man. What do you think that's added to this group now that you know that you can go to guys off the bench and they can give you the same things as the starting 5 if you have to?
Yeah, Tyler has been with us all throughout middle school. His dad was actually on our staff. And then he made a decision, the family made a decision to transfer to St. Marie Goretti. And then I got a phone call from Tyler Jones this summer, and he's asked, how would you feel if I came back? And I said, man, you're like a son to me. I'd love for you to come back, man. And the only problem was, not a problem, but the only thing was, like, all I can do for you and all you can do for me is work really, really hard. I'll work really, really hard to make you the best basketball player you can possibly be, and you work really, really hard to be the best basketball player you can be. And that's what he's done. And we plugged him in for defense. And he ends up scoring 19 points. But Tyler Jones is a Spring Mills Cardinal through and through. He defines what our program is: toughness, discipline, just a wonderful student, a wonderful human being, and a wonderful family. So having Tyler back, it's just like something. It's just like a family member moves away for a year, and then they come back, and they're still family, and you still love them to death. And he's where he should be, and we couldn't be happier to have him.
Tonight against Hedgesville, it was a game that you guys won by 14, I believe it was, but a lower scoring game last time around. What are some things that they do that make them a challenge, and what kind of stands out to you about this year's Hedgesville team?
Well, I think they're very, very talented. They have a 6'9" guy that can really, really shoot the ball, can work around the rim. They have the Wilmer kid. He can score at will if he wants to. They have the Kirk kid, who's an athletic kid. They have Noah Brown, who's a floor general out there, and then they have a bunch of tough kids off the bench. And they're just a physical, grindy team. They like to play their tempo of basketball, which, again, honestly, we play half-court defense just like they do. It's very, very similar, our defenses. We like to push the ball a little bit more offensively, way more than they do. But, again, man, when we look at Hedgesville's defense, we kind of see ourselves. And when we look at their half-court offense, we kind of see ourselves. So, again, we expect a close game. Obviously, it's the EPAC. Coach Church is a great coach. He's been around for years and years, and he's won a state championship. You don't do that by accident. Kind of what we're finding out right now, man. Every game's like so hard when you're on top. So, yeah, man, we expect a battle. And playing last night, I think we got our legs back. The kids are well rested, as much as they can be after playing back to back. And we're just going to go out there and try to give the fans the best show possible.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.
So those were our coaches' interviews, again brought to you by Rocks Local Markets. We'll take another 2-minute break, and on the other side of that break, we'll get the keys to the game. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10, back in 2 minutes.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin here on the countdown to tip-off, brought to you by Parsons Ford. Colin, let's get into our keys to the game. The key to your next car is at the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing. Colin, starting with our visitors, Spring Mills, and then move over to Hedgesville for your keys to the game here tonight.
For Spring Mills, just keep that unselfishness play going. Spread the wealth out. Knock down your threes. We saw, as we kind of talked about yesterday, Tyler Jones have 19 points. He's stepping up for this team. And still at the same time, you almost saw a triple-double from Caleb Thomas, the best player in the state. So if you're able to just spread the ball out, get that defense kind of wide, so that you can get those threes, and then sometimes here and there feed it down low to Xavier Anderson or Caleb Thomas. That's the key on Spring Mill side. On the other side for Hedgesville, you got to keep that tempo at the pace that you want it to, and when you do get that open look, you're going to have to bring your A game and knock down the shots. You can't have 25 points again and expect to be on the winning end against the best team in the state.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a great matchup here tonight between Spring Mills and Hedgesville. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Dylan Bishop back in the studio and sends the ball on camera as we get set for Hedgesville. Undefeated Spring Mills taking on 13-5 Hedgesville. Let's go ahead and take another 3-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll give you the starting lineups and opening tip-off. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Hedgesville Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Hedgesville is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Hedgesville.com. The Hedgesville Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the Committee to Re-elect Craig Blair.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
Can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School after that performance of the national anthem here at Hedgesville. Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin on the broadcast. Colin, any thoughts before we get into the starting lineups and tip-off?
Not really, other than just at least on the Hedgesville side, who will be the starting five tonight for the Eagles. As you heard during the pregame interview with Coach Church, they're going to somebody that has not had much varsity time tonight. I believe he said only 5 minutes at least of varsity playing time. So interesting choice. We'll see if it pays off for him here tonight or not against Spring Mills, who, as we already have said numerous times and as many people know, best team in the state of West Virginia.
Right. It looked like Hedgesville had its typical starters all here warming up. They've rotated between Gainey and Landon Pence in that, kind of fifth spot. But other than that, everybody else has been Wilmer, Kirk, Brown, either Pence or Gainey, and then Pittsnoggle. So a little bit confused on that end on who he was referring to that's not here. But in terms of the starting lineups, they're brought to you by the Mirius Group, the Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson, Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-4343. And you look at things for Spring Mills, it's your typical starters at guard. Number 2, Ekwesi Opoku Champon. Joining him in the backcourt, number 3, Caleb Thomas. Number 10, Xavier Anderson. Number 15, Max Anderson. And number 11, Loke Youth Smith. So Hedgesville takes the floor, and we'll give you their starters here momentarily.
I'm looking who came out on the bench waiting for the starters to come out, and I see Pence being one of them.
So Xavier Kirk, as we would project, starting, of course, at guard number 3. Number 12, Tay Wilmer, joining him in the backcourt as well. So it would be number 14, Bowers, I believe.
Yeah, Micah Bowers.
So Micah Bowers will be the change in the starting lineup. Then Noah Brown will join him. And rounding out the lineup, of course, Quincy Pittsnagel, number 24. So Micah Bowers getting an opportunity here tonight. He is a 6 foot, 165-pound junior, making his first varsity start against the number 1 team in the state, Colin. So we'll see how Bowers performs. Obviously, they've liked some of the things they've seen from him maybe in practice and given him this opportunity. So excited for this game, Colin. It's a great rivalry. It looks like actually Tyler Jones in the lineup here tonight for Spring Mills and Hugh Smith off the bench. So they've changed that as well.
Deservingly so, as of late, for Tyler Jones as well. So good crowd on hand, and we'll see it
is a little
how
interesting,
both
though,
teams
when
come
you're
out.
19-0 to make a change, but I guess if you feel like a guy is really giving you that boost and you need him in there even more, then why not make the change if you're Spring Mills? So we'll see how it works out, but both teams are in the circle. It's Caleb Thomas versus Quincy Pittsnagel for the tip-off, which is two of the taller players here in the state of West Virginia. Might be the two tallest.
Yeah, not sure around the rest of the state, but at least in this area for sure.
Ball is up, and the tip is won by Spring Mills as Thomas tips to Anderson. As Opoku Champon bringing it across the court into the hands of Tyler Jones. Jones over to Kwesi Opoku Champon. Spring Mills coming out in the blue jerseys, blue shorts, red and white stripe down the side, red and white numbers across the chest. Jones lines up a triple. That's an air ball. Opoku Champon tries to fly in for the rebound, but he's unable to. And it's in the hands now of Tay Wilmer. Wilmer pushes ahead to Kirk here, right wing. Hedgesville moving around the perimeter. Brown up top to Pittsnagel now for Bowers. Bowers back to Pittsnagel on the wing over to Xavier Kirk. First quarter just getting started here between Hedgesville and Spring Mills. Noah Brown with the basketball at the Pittsnagel screen, drives in the left hand. Brown finds a cutting Pittsnagel with a wide open lane to the rim, and he lays it up and in. Quincy Pittsnagel with his first 2 points, and the Eagles are on top here 2-0 over Spring Mills. Bounce pass for Tyler Jones. He goes baseline. Good pass to keep it alive to Anderson. Back out to Max Anderson now off the dribble. Into the hands of Tyler Jones over to Caleb Thomas. Thomas drives into the lane, finds Xavier Anderson down low. Reverse layup is up and good.
Anderson with a little bit of a flex after that one, trying to hype up his teammates.
Ties the game at 2 with 6:37 left in this opening quarter. And a miscommunication between Bowers and Kirk, Wilmer, results in a turnover.
Yeah, right as I was getting ready to say, both teams have had great ball movement. Wilmer just turns around and takes his eyes off the pass coming his way.
So 6:30 left here in this first quarter. Opoku Champon with the basketball over to Max Anderson, who drives in, kicks it out to Kwesi down low in a short corner for Anderson. Anderson, spin move for X over to Max Anderson. Now low post, Caleb Thomas, opposite block. Thomas goes to work against Bowers, finds Anderson, who tries to dunk it, and Bowers picks up the foul. And jarring back and forth on both sides between Anderson and Bowers. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that's going to be tough down low tonight for Bowers, as we said. His first start in varsity action, and coming over to help on Thomas was Pittsnagel, which left Anderson wide open to take that opportunity, and Bowers just had to turn around and kind of take that one.
Free throw in and out, no good from Xavier Anderson. We're tied at 2 here, 6:12 remaining in this first quarter. Our opening tip-off, by the way, was brought to you by the Skinner Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. Second free throw is up and good. So 3 for Anderson and 3-2 Spring Mills. Quincy Pittsnagel with the basketball here on the wing over to Xavier Kirk. Kirk off the Pittsnagel screen, pulls up from just inside the mark and knocks him down the jumper. 4-3.
And both shots for Hedgesville so far coming due to great ball screens
from Pittsnagel. Here's Thomas going into the lane. Tough defense. Good block from Bowers, but Jones gets the rebound and powers it up and in. 5-4. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. Xavier Kirk guarded by Anderson over to Quincy Pittsnagel. Now over to Tay Wilmer, top of the key off the Pittsnagel screen. Anderson tries to deny him. Good move from Wilmer. Kick out. Bowers, extra pass Kirk. They'll reset the offense here on the wing. Now Kirk pulls the three. That's an air ball. Kwesi Poku Champon tipped it, and it will stay with the Hedgesville Eagles.
Even though it was an air ball, I don't fully dislike that shot here early because it keeps the defense of Spring Mills honest to come out, and maybe later on you get the chance to go down low because of it.
Here's Pittsnagel with the basketball now on the right wing. Over to Bowers. Bowers head fakes, drives in, gets double teamed, kicks it out and open. Noah Brown, three. That's nothing but net for Noah Brown. He gives Hedgesville the lead back at 7-5. If Hedgesville can take and make their shots, they can keep up, I think, Colin. They have good enough defense to keep this close.
Yeah, this is exactly how the last time these two teams played it started as well.
Thomas into the lane is fouled on his way up. We'll see if it's on Pittsnagel or Bowers.
I think they're going to call Bowers with it as he comes over to the bench. It is Bowers.
That's his second, and he'll be checking out of the game. Elliott to check in.
If they're going to keep the size out there since they have to go up against Thomas and Anderson. So you'll see Elliott, a guy that we've seen a fair amount, maybe not as much comparatively to a guy like Zandon Gainey.
So Bowers comes in. Thomas misses the free throw.
That may play a factor later in the stretch as well. Got to make the freebies.
Second one is no good as well. Good box out from Pittsnagel. He gets the rebound. So the score remains 7-5. Hedgesville on top. Here's Elliott on the wing over the top to Pittsnagel, now into the hands of Tay Wilmer. Wilmer off the screen from Pittsnagel, drives into the lane, pulls up from the free throw line. Foul called, though, before that shot is going through the screen was Anderson. He just ran over Pittsnagel, and the foul called. Off the inbound, it's Pittsnagel catching. Nearly hit Wilmer in the head. Noah Brown now with the basketball in the wing. Brown off the Pittsnagel screen. Works back the other way off another screen. Pulls up from the mid-range, and Noah Brown knocks it down. If Brown's going to be shooting and scoring with confidence, that's huge for Hedgesville, Colin. He has 5 points.
Yeah, they're up to a 2-possession lead now.
Not a guy that early in the season was involved in the offense a whole lot. It was mainly just Pittsnagel, Kirk, and Wilmer, but Brown's starting to step up as of late. There's Xavier Anderson in the short corner over to Tyler Jones. Now back to Anderson inside the lane. He powers his way up, but shot is no good. Elliott gets the rebound off of several deflections, and now it's Wilmer running the point for the Hedgesville Eagles, who lead Spring Mills 9-5. 3:30 left in this opening quarter. Pittsnagel guarded by Caleb Thomas. Reverse the basketball in the hands of Elliott on the wing. Elliott back up top of Xavier Kirk. Hedgesville very patient here early on. Pittsnagel sets the screen for Brown. Brown thought about the three-pointer. Goes into the hands of Xavier Kirk now. Pittsnagel with the basketball. Up top, Wilmer, head fake, driving to the lane. Lane opened up, shot is no good. And it heads out of bounds off of, I believe, Thomas, who was standing out on that baseline, and it will stay with the Eagles.
Yep, just unlucky for Thomas. The ball found him, and he found himself, as you said, standing right out of bounds on the baseline.
Eagles with the basketball now. Wilmer off the inbound.
Smart job by Max Anderson, reaching his right foot up and kicking that one away.
Otherwise, what he deflected that with.
Yep, issue.
Couldn't really see from my angle here as we are on the baseline here tonight. Noah Brown with the basketball over to Xavier Kirk. Now in the hands of Pittsnagel. Kirk with a long three from the wing. That shot is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle up top. Elliott, open jumper from the top of the key, bakes it in. And the Eagles lead at 12-5 off the three-pointer. Timeout, Spring Mills. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio. WRNR and TV10. We're back in 30 seconds.
On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. 12-5 should be our score, and it is. Hedgesville on top of Spring Mills. Collin. Eagles getting good looks against this tough Spring Mills defense. They're moving the basketball well. They're controlling the pace. On the Cardinals side, it's been a slow start offensively. We know Hedgesville's defense is their strength, so right now they're scoring the ball pretty well, and Coach Church acknowledged it. If they want to stand a chance, they want to keep this game in the 40s. Overall, it looks really good for Hedgesville early on, but it's still a lot of basketball left to be played.
Yeah, right now they're knocking down the threes, as you said, getting the open looks for them. If they can sustain that, we got ourselves a ball game here tonight. If not, look for a window of opportunity here after the timeout for Spring Mills to surge and try to close out and take the lead.
So 2:30 left here, just the first quarter. And it's Max Anderson with the ball in the corner. Over to Kwesi Opoku-Champon. Kwesi up top to Max. Now over to Caleb Thomas. Thomas finds Opoku-Champon. Open three now from Thomas off the look from Kwesi. And the shot is no good. It's rebounded by Noah Brown. Quincy Pittsnoggle now with the basketball. And then the hands of Brown. Brown drives in. Nearly has it taken away. Brown back over to Ethan Elliott. Up top to Pittsnoggle. Hand off to Xavier Kirk. Kirk off the Pittsnoggle screen. His shot rejected by Caleb Thomas. I had a really cool angle of that.
Yeah, Thomas was just waiting for that one at the elbow.
Kirk over to Pittsnoggle. Now in the hands of Noah Brown. Brown into the lane. Finds Pittsnoggle. Spin move. Head fake. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Kwesi Opoku-Champon. Our first quarter presented to you on TV10 by the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons. A family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown. Ranson proudly serving our area since 1880. As well as CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward. The three-point shot was no good. Then Tyler Jones grabbed the rebound and put it up and in. Jones has 4. Cardinals down 12-7. 50 seconds left here in this first quarter. Pittsnoggle with the basketball, guarded by Caleb Thomas. Now back in the hands of Elliott. Elliott onto the wing to Kirk. Brown top of the key around the volleyball line. Brown drives in with the left hand. Wild shot on the way is no good. And it will head to Spring Mills.
Yeah, it just never really seemed like Brown had full control there. Immediately, once he tried to drive in, he kind of lost his footing, and then from there, it just didn't seem on balance.
You've Smith now in the game for Spring Mills. He'll drive in over to Xavier Anderson, who drives baseline, and Anderson just out-muscles Pittsnoggle on his way to the rim and gets the layup to go.
Yep, that's the premier matchup tonight down low for the most part.
Kirk double team to Kwesi Opoku-Champon over to Youth Smith. He'll go up the left hand and lay that up and in. And Spring Mills cuts the lead down to just 1 at the end of the first quarter at 12-11. It was 12-5, Colin, when we headed into that timeout. So 6-0 run to end that quarter gives them some momentum. We'll take a minute break We come back with the second quarter after this. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Kick off the new year in a new Toyota from CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of your favorite Toyota models on our lot. Right now, get up to $2,200 off MSRP on a new 2024 RAV4. Or check out a new 2024 Camry and get up to $3,000 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Back here to Hedgesville High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin. Aiden Sensabaugh, our cameraman, and back in the studio, Dylan Bishop. Colin, it's Hedgesville 12, Spring Mills 11. A good run to end that quarter for Spring Mills and possibly do what you said, get back in the game and then really just turn things around and pull away, or will Hedgesville be able to keep pace? They do have the ball here out of the quarter change. But we'll see how things play out. Overall, though, I feel like that quarter went pretty well for Hedgesville.
Yeah, you got to be happy if you're Hedgesville being up by 1. You're getting good looks. You just got to keep it up. Believe in yourself.
Pittsnagel in the hands of Noah Brown. Xavier Kirk at the basketball now. Now back to Brown. Guarded by Equazi, over to Wilmer. Wilmer past the Pittsnagel, open 3 on the way, is way off the mark. Anderson grabs the rebound for Spring Mills. Apoku Champon now with the basketball. Into the hands of Youth Smith. Over to Thomas. Xavier Anderson. Flip it on the right wing. Spring Mills will reset. Thomas drives in, goes hard to the rim, gets fouled, and the finish. Caleb Thomas with his first 2 points in what's been a quiet night so far. Spring Mills has the lead back here at 13-12.
Yep, if you're Pittsnagel defensively, you can see it in his face. He knows better. He didn't go straight up. He brought that arm down and just chopped at the arm of Thomas, which sends him to the line.
It's going to be tough, even though Hedgesville has some guys of some size. That free throw again, no good from Caleb Thomas. He's 0 for 3 from the line here tonight. Hedgesville has some size, but they don't really have guys at the same speed that Thomas has, as he nearly pokes that one away. Nice pass down low to Pittsnagel, but he misses the reverse layup. Caleb Thomas now going the other way. Bounce pass down low to Xavier Anderson going up for the dunk. Lost it on the way up and is fouled by Noah Brown and will shoot 2.
Yeah, a little late on the call, but the right call. Got him from behind. But you got to make free throws if you're Spring Mills. That's why Hedgesville staying in it right now, is because you've really, really struggled so far here at the free throw line.
Aren't you supposed to be nice to the officials tonight, Clay?
I said it was the right call.
I know, but you're giving them crap for being late.
It was late.
(14-12) as Anderson making that first free throw. Second one good as well. So 15-12 our score. 6:45 to go here in this first half. There's Elliott with the basketball over to Brown. Brown off the Pittsnagel screen. Brown attacks the rim, goes up strong, and finishes the layup. Noah Brown's had himself a good night. 7 points to lead the Eagles. They can get Wilmer and Kirk going, as well as Pittsnagel. You kind of like Hedgesville in this matchup if Brown continues to score. Anderson over to Jones. Jones to Thomas, at least to keep it close, I should say, as we know Spring Mills can match offensively. Tyler Jones's mid-range J is nothing but net. Tyler Jones has 6. He just continues to play great basketball for Spring Mills. Here's Wilmer with the basketball, guarded tightly by Jones, over to Pittsnoggle. Elliott up top. Kirk now with it. Trying to get his way to the rim. Kirk with the floater in the lane is up and good.
Good soft touch there from Kirk to allow that to have the spin it needed to stay up and go in.
He has 4 in what's been a very entertaining game so far, 17-16. Spring Mills on top, open. Caleb Thomas 3 is good. 2016. Cardinals on top of the Eagles. 5:12 left in the second quarter. Pittsnoggle over to Elliott. Now back to Noah Brown.
Thought we had a trip there coming down the court from Xavier Anderson sticking his leg out. No call, though.
Kirk bounce pass to Pittsnoggle. Ball on the ground. Wilmer picks it up over to Kirk. Head fake into the lane. Lost control of it on the way. And a foul called against Hedgesville. It's offensive.
Yep, they called the charge there before the pass. Pittsnoggle went up for the dunk. He missed it. But Kirk picks up his first foul, and looks like Kwesi Apoku-Achampong will go over to the bench. Max Anderson comes in.
Yeah, a little interesting. Don't see that too often where Kwesi hasn't been on the court, it feels like, when we've done these games. Second quarter is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. We're located at 360 Hack-Wilson Way in Martinsburg. Online.
Now we're going to get a meeting of the head coaches as referees had enough of them kind of going back and forth, trying to jaw at him to pay attention to the other, making sure they're in the right position on the court. As expected in this rivalry.
Our other second quarter sponsor is brought to you by Craig Blair for State Senate, the Eastern Panhandle's first and only Senate president and Lieutenant Governor, a fiscal and social conservative who's making West Virginia great again by cutting taxes and creating jobs. Let's re-elect Craig Blair in 2024. Max Anderson over to Caleb Thomas on the wing. Down low to Xavier Anderson, back to Thomas. Thomas, spin move, fade away, kisses it off the glass and in. Thomas starting to feel it. That's going to be dangerous if Hedgesville allows him to get going.
Yeah, it's a 6-point lead now at 22-16 for Spring Mills.
And I say allows like it's easy to guard him, right?
Yeah.
Nobody can really match up with Caleb Thomas, it feels like, and good luck trying to figure that one out. 22-16 our score here, 3:54 left in the first half. Pittsnoggle over to Kirk. Kirk off the Pittsnoggle screen. Pick and roll. Pittsnoggle down low against Anderson. Shot is no good. Grabs his own rebound. Pittsnoggle goes back to work. Shot in the lane is up and good. Pittsnoggle has 4, 22-18 our score.
That hypes up Pittsnoggle. He needs to get going as well down low to keep Hedgesville in this.
Here's Jones over to Thomas. Thomas on the wing, guarded by Elliott. Dribbles back toward the center of the court. Pass to Youth Smith. Three-pointer is no good. Pittsnoggle tips the rebound to himself and then finds Noah Brown. Brown setting up the offense in the hands of Elliott. Elliott finds Kirk on the right wing. 3:05 left, second quarter, 22-18. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. Elliott into the corner for Pittsnoggle. Pittsnoggle back up top to Brown, standing in front of the volleyball line. Guarded by Tyler Jones off the Pittsnoggle screen. Pick and roll. Brown into the lane. Over to Elliott for the open three. Good from the corner. Elliott with his second triple. He has 6. 22-21. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville.
A little 5-0 run here for the Eagles.
Anderson into the lane. Over to Jones. Jones trying to answer a three of his own, and he does. Tyler Jones with a man right in his face. Doesn't bother him. 24-21.
Yeah, he's so quick with the shot. As soon as he does the step over to get some space, he's already up into the air.
22:10 left in this first half. 24-21. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville. Kirk off the Pittsnoggle screen. In the hands of Elliott. Elliott finds Brown. Back to Xavier Kirk. Kirk back up top, Brown. Guarded by Jones. Off the Pittsnoggle screen. Noah Brown with the left-handed dribble. Pulls up for three again. Swish! Noah Brown with his second three of the night. And we're tied at 24 with 1:35 left in this first half. Down low, Caleb Thomas. And Thomas getting wrapped around the neck by Elliott.
And I think we're going to get double technicals.
Rare occurrence there, and Coach George gives Elliott a hug.
I'm just trying to calm him down. It looked like both were just tangled up at first, unintentionally, but when you're not looking at each other, you think it's intentional, and that's what caused things to escalate. And we know it's a rivalry. Referees are going to call it tight and immediately go with the tech here to try to make sure things don't escalate too much to where something becomes intentional instead of unintentional.
Might have just been a double foul. It's a double technical. So, really no big deal there, honestly, if it's just a double foul. I mean, to me, it wasn't the most aggressive thing in the world. I don't really feel like it was a technical.
We'll check at halftime.
If it was a technical, they'd be both shooting free throws, I believe. But it's a double technical.
Now it looks like something else is going on here at the scores table. Let's see if I can pick it up on the
foul on Hedgesville. That's the only thing.
PA system.
So it should be 1-1 then?
Right now it just looks like they're over at the official scorers trying to make sure everything's accurate. But very lengthy delay right now between the coaches and the officials, at least 2 out of the 3 officials.
I think this is a big moment in the game, Colin, because
it is. It's 24-24.
Well, not only that, but these teams, you talk about the rivalry, whoever stays, cool on their heads is going to win.
Yes.
In these kind of games. Kwesi Opoku Champon lost control of it. Tyler Jones called for a travel in a weird situation. But there's going to be calls. There's going to be things that frustrate you. We saw in this rivalry a year ago, Spring Mills didn't really respond well to those things. And they've grown a lot. They've grown up, right? But Hedgesville's still kind of that team that just for whatever reason really bothers them. They don't want to lose to Hedgesville. There's Pence now into the game. Pence drives baseline, goes up strong, and finishes through the contact. Landon Pence fresh off the bench. Well, a big drive to the rim, and he gives Hedgesville the lead here at 26-24.
Yeah, and what really made that play extraordinary was the pump fake to get Jones to go up, and as soon as that happens, you're just floating, and nothing you can do there but, unfortunately, foul because you're into the air, and Pence realized that.
First on Tyler Jones, Pence finishes the free throw, and it's Hedgesville 27, Spring Mills 24. Here's Caleb Thomas. 1 minute left here in the first half. Max Anderson off the dribble. Anderson into the lane. Anderson back to Thomas. Over to Tyler Jones on the left wing. Jones, in and out dribble. Up top to Kwesi Opoku Champon. Max Anderson now on the right wing. Anderson, post is up. Might have double dribbled, but not called. Caleb Thomas with the basketball. Now back to Xavier Anderson. Back up strong. Foul called against Hedgesville.
It's going to be Pittsnoggle picking up the foul. Call him with a push. That's his second.
27 seconds left. Anderson to the line to shoot a pair at 27-24. Anderson's free throw is good.
Looks like you got substitute here for Hedgesville. Ethan Elliott checks in for Pittsnogle for the rest of the half, so that Pittsnogle doesn't pick up a third here late.
Second one from Anderson is good. It's a 1-point lead for the Hedgesville Eagles with 25 seconds left in this first half. Tay Wilmer with the basketball brings it across half court. Great high school game so far. We have an offensive foul going against Hedgesville. I'm sorry. Foul called on Tyler Jones, his second. I thought I saw the official point the other way, but I think he was just pointing at the player that was called for the foul. So 27-26, 10 seconds. Wilmer at the basketball, still Hedgesville basketball. And a 5-second call on Wilmer with 5 seconds left.
I'm not sure how much I like that call. I know somebody in the gym does.
Thomas into the lane, has it poked away by Wilmer. A shot from the corner is good, and he got fouled. Akwesi Opoku-Uchampong with an unbelievable shot.
If you look at just Opoku-Uchampong's body and the way he shot that, not looking at the ball, not looking at the basket, just him, you'd think there was a 0% chance that shot was going in. He just kind of looked like he was flailing because of the contact, and the ball just somehow left his hands and magically found its way in from the right corner.
Somebody call Sports Center. And he converts the free throw. What a shot. That's his first shot made of the night.
And that's how we go into the locker room here at halftime.
Well, what a game so far. 30-27 our score. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville. We'll take a 2-minute break. When we return, we'll have the Mansion Freddie Law Firm halftime show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
The City of Martinsburg Police Department is now recruiting for new officers to serve the community and to be a part of our team. Starting pay ranges from $53,813 to $70,565 depending on certified experience, with a raise once you're certified and a potential sign-on bonus as well. City of Martinsburg police benefits include health insurance, vacation leave, sick leave, personal time and comp time, a pension plan, paid gym membership, longevity pay, tuition assistance, and a deferred compensation plan. Apply at cityofmartinsburg.org.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
Where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin Laughlin. Great first half of basketball between Hedgesville and Spring Mills. Colin, 30-27 our score. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville. what were your thoughts on that first half and what was just great basketball between these two teams?
I mean, this has met our expectations. Back and forth game, both teams knocking down big-time shots, and especially the one right there at the end from Akwesi Apoku-Achampong of Spring Mills in the right corner, right at the buzzer, just puts up a shot while being hacked and somehow found its way in. He gets 4 points, and it goes from being a Hedgesville lead to a Spring Mills three-point lead because of it.
Yep, 30-27 here, our score at the half. The total points, our halftime show, brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Our first half stats are brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. For Spring Mills, it's 4 for Akwesi Apoku-Achampong, 7 for Caleb Thomas, 9 for Tyler Jones, 8 for Xavier Anderson, and 2 for Youth Smith. For Hedgesville, 4 for Xavier Kirk, 3 for Pence, 6 for Elliott off the bench, 10 for Noah Brown, and 4 for Quincy Pittsnagel. We have about 6 minutes till the start of the second half. We'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, you'll hear from Dylan Bishop in the studio with the halftime scoreboard show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome into the AM1 halftime scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 at halftime of a 30-27 game between Spring Mills and Hedgesville, the number one team in the state of West Virginia. Spring Mills currently with that 3-point lead over the Eagles here at halftime. One score from around the rest of the EPAC boys side, 16-15. Martinsburg currently leading Musselman over the other side of Berkeley County. That's one score from the EPAC that we have for you tonight. Not a heavy night for basketball. The NBA is on All-Star Weekend. Not much going on in men's college basketball. Couple games going on in the women's side. UConn, number 15 in the country, with a 24-point lead over Georgetown. Number 20, Creighton, with an 11-point lead over St. John's in the fourth quarter. Princeton, number 25 in the country, with a 2-point lead over Brown in the third quarter. And number 22, Utah, out to an early 10-point lead against number 8, Colorado in that one. That's all we really have for you at the half. Again, 16-15, Martinsburg over Musselman right now in our game here. And we'll send you back to shortly. Spring Mills 30, Hedgesville 27. We'll take a 2-minute break, and you'll be back with Nick and Colin at Hedgesville High School.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Heffley Motor Company off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. If you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. The Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
The officials or the scores table and found out that there was a double technical called. Reason why, of course, fifth foul can't be on a technical. So that made sense. And they've changed the rule since the rule used to be double tech, both teams shoot, but that's not a thing anymore. So that kind of cleared some things up for us about that play with Thomas and I believe it was Elliott of Hedgesville who kind of got tangled up together. And again, wasn't the most extreme thing we've ever seen, but it was definitely, a little bit too much contact. Good job by the officials to control things and also get that call right.
Right.
Because that is kind of a difficult call to make, to be like, oh, it's the fifth foul, that means shooting. But then you remember, oh, that's a technical foul, so no, it doesn't.
So it would still only mean 14 fouls, which is why there were no free throws issued afterwards. And yep, love that Kaz is kind enough to come up here and clarify something that we did not know and that he didn't know. So he went and asked, and appreciate that from him and everything he does in this area as well.
Yeah, Kaz is a great guy. Definitely appreciate him. Always coming, being very talkative with us and helping us out if we need it. It goes both ways. Caleb Thomas with the basketball. Drives into the lane. He is fouled on the way up. Or no foul.
No foul.
Okay.
It didn't look like a foul from here as well in our perspective. But
Elliott got the block, and then the other way, the follow from Pittsnoggle is not there. Now Thomas comes away with the basketball. Caleb going toward the rim. Kicks it into the corner for Max Anderson. Kwesi Opoku chomp on with the basketball now, guarded by Xavier Kirk. Over to Thomas. Thomas with the right-handed dribble. Spin move, drives baseline, goes up for the shot and finishes the layup easily over Elliott. Caleb has 9 here tonight.
Yeah, you got to go over and double team Thomas in that scenario. Too easy for him.
32-27 our score. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville here at Hedgesville High School. Third quarter just getting started. Noah Brown off the screen from Pittsnoggle. Bounce pass down low. Tipped away and out of bounds and will stay with the Eagles.
This is crucial if you're Hedgesville. You got to wake back up, and here's a big three.
Kirk's shot is no good from the wing. Tyler Jones going back the other way now. Jones to Caleb Thomas, back to Opoku Champagne. Dribble, Up top to Thomas. In the hands of Equazi. Equazi looks for Anderson. Anderson trying to post up on Pittsnoggle and redirect the offense. He now finds Caleb Thomas, who will drive baseline. Get stuck on the baseline, blocked by Pittsnoggle. On his way up for the shot.
And that's the same thing we just saw here on the left block, the last possession. Thomas got the basket because there was no help from the backside. This time Pittsnoggle does come, gets the block, but it's kept with Spring Mills.
Bowers comes in for Pittsnoggle here. Interesting decision to bring Bowers on. In the hands of Thomas. We're just trying to get a little bit more speed out on the floor for Hedgesville. In the hands of Equazi Opoku Champon. Guarded by Wilmer, now down low to Thomas, posting up on Bowers, has a big height advantage and a foul called. I believe that's going to be the third on Bowers, so it might be a quick run for him. It is his third, and he's coming out. Pence coming in.
Yeah, Hedgesville slowly getting itself into some foul trouble. You have, as you just said, 3 against Bowers, 2 against Pittsnoggle.
Thomas down low to Anderson. Xavier Anderson posts his way up and finishes.
With Pittsnoggle out, you got nobody down low to guard an Anderson or Caleb Thomas.
And Spring Mills is on a 7-0 run going back to that Poku Champon and 1-3. There's a fast break the other way.
Yep, that was Kirk missing a layup on the opposite end.
Kwesi Opoku Champon with the basketball, guarded by Noah Brown. Over to Max Anderson. Anderson drives baseline. Anderson trying to go to work. Finds Caleb Thomas, top of the key. Now Jones for 3. Good. Tyler Jones is on fire here tonight. He has 12. Second three-pointer of the game for Jones. It's a 10-point lead all of a sudden for Spring Mills, Colin.
Yeah, Spring Mills just as soon as they got out of the locker room here for the third quarter has taken complete control of everything so far. Tempo, the shots, both sides.
Brown attacks, kicks it out. Pence thought about the trigger, now kicks it over to Elliott. Elliott pulls it from the mid-range. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Caleb Thomas. Thomas ahead to Xavier Anderson. Could be showtime. He'll just lay it up instead. Get the easy 2. 4 for Anderson this half. Down low. Pass out to Brown. Brown hesitates. Now kicks it over to Pence in the hands of Kirk. Kirk sets the screen as Elliott. Thomas runs through him. Looked like a flop from Elliott. No call on either end. Kirk for 3. That's off the mark. Pass out to Anderson. This time he'll go up for the dunk, but decides to just lay it in.
Yeah, he didn't go up high enough, but this is all Spring Mills right now.
41-27. Anderson finishing that layup. Under 4 minutes left in this third quarter. We'll take a 30-second break at the timeout. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from 1 location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. 41-27, Spring Mills on top. Our third quarter is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com, as well as Smallwood & Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin here. Aiden Sensabaugh, our cameraman. Dylan Bishop back in the studio. Colin, this game feeling pretty similar to the last one between these two teams.
Yeah, back on Saturday it was competitive, 1-point game at halftime, I believe, as well in that last matchup at Spring Mills. And as soon as they came back out for the third quarter is when Spring Mills took control. It's exactly what's happening now. Everything's going right for the Cardinals. They're playing their tempo now, their style, complete control, 14-point lead because of it.
Yeah, it's a 15-0 run since it was tied at 27 for Spring Mills. And 41-27 our score. There's a fast break for Jones. Ooh. I'm sorry, 14-0. Misspoke. Brown colliding there with Jones.
On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 6 new providers who've joined University Health Associates East and our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center. Nurse practitioner Jacqueline Bauer, neonatology. Dr. John.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville. We apologize for those technical difficulties. I believe everything should be good now. 43-27 our score if you're rejoining us here on the broadcast. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville with 2:49 left here in this third quarter. Hedgesville burning a timeout, Colin. Let's just keep it here since Dylan rolled some breaks, I'm sure, while we were
that's fine, kind of
off the air. And just kind of give a quick recap. I don't know exactly when we went out, but I believe what we missed there was the Anderson free throws, and that's pretty much it. So 43-27 our score. If we didn't miss more, this whole second half has just been Spring Mills.
Yeah, it has, and it seems like that's just going to be the trend the rest of the way here. Both teams playing great. It just is a whole nother gear, and the way that we expect Spring Mills to truly be is showing right now, and that's dominant.
Well, it is Hedgesville basketball here out of the timeout, down 16, 43-27. Brown into the lane. Brown fadeaway. Shot is good. That's the first points of the second half for Hedgesville. Noah Brown has 12 to lead the Eagles. He's been on his game tonight, Colin. You really haven't seen it, though, from guys that you expect to be scoring like Kirk and Wilmer.
Yeah, Brown's been the one that's really stepped up. Somebody, though, needs to help him out if they want to come back.
Anderson swings it into the corner for Poku Chompon. Bounce pass down low to Xavier Anderson. Working against Pittsnagel. Pittsnagel pokes it away, gets back in the hands of Anderson. Anderson to Max Anderson, back to Xavier. And Spring Mills trying to find their offense here. Up 43-29 with 1:55 left in this third quarter. Poku Chompon goes into the lane, finds Max Anderson down low. He gets double teamed. Kicks it back to Poku Chompon. 1:45 left in the third. Over to Caleb Thomas. Guarded by Landon Pence. Now back to Xavier Anderson. Anderson drives baseline. Now drives into the middle of the lane. Spring Mills just content to hold the basketball. It appears Colin unless they get a great shot.
Yeah, this is great defense right now by Hedgesville, but unfortunately for them, time's not on their side. And
Anderson throws it away. Thomas somehow keeps it alive in the backcourt. And now a timeout taken by Coach Samples, who's very frustrated. At 43-29, 1:15 left in this third quarter. And his team did a good job of killing the clock at the very least, like you said, but not great offense. 30-second break here. 43-29 our score. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
We're back here at Hedgesville High School. It is the Cardinals of Spring Mills leading the Eagles 43-29. Max Anderson with the dribble drive to the rim. The layup is no good. Rebounded by Pittsnagel. In the hands of Wilmer now. Wilmer with the left-handed dribble. Brings it across half court. Resets the offense. High post. Pittsnagel back to Wilmer. Wilmer off the Pittsnagel screen. Goes into the lane. Tough layup. No good. Blocked by Caleb Thomas. Who else?
Yeah, his timing was on point for that one. Just waiting for the shot to be released so that he could go up and swamp that into the cheerleaders.
Kirk drives baseline. Shot no good. Rebounded by Xavier Anderson. Thomas with the behind-the-back dribble. Nearly lost his footing, but gets into the hands of Poku Chompon. Now Thomas top of the key. Finds Max Anderson on the wing. Spring Mills 43, Hedgesville 29, 32 seconds left in this first half, or in this third quarter, I should say. And Spring Mills trying to close this one out at this point and hold on for a win, as this was a 30-27 game at halftime, but it's been a tough quarter for Hedgesville. And the Cardinals have been rolling. Thomas into the lane against Pence. Kicks it out for three for Anderson. That's good. Wasn't a three, I don't believe, just a long two. But Xavier Anderson knocks it down from the corner. He continues to have a big game. And with that, it is 45-29. Spring Mills at the end of three. We'll take a 60-second break, and at the fourth quarter after this is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. It is Spring Mills 45, Hedgesville 29. Here's the fourth quarter begins. Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin, Aiden Sensabaugh is our cameraman. Back in the studio, Dylan Bishop. Colin, it was a great first half for Hedgesville, but now they're down 45-29, only 8 minutes left in this game. How do they get back into it, do you think, or is it pretty much all but over, do you think?
I feel like it's pretty much all but over. 15-2 quarter there for Spring Mills in the third. I just don't see it happening the other way.
Yeah, we'll see if they can maybe do some of the things that they did well in that first half, but Brown's shot is no good. Noah Brown, though, continuing to fight for every possession, gets the possession back with the ball on the ground. Caleb Thomas now, bounce pass down low to Xavier, or Max Anderson, and Anderson lays it up and in.
Yeah, the tempo's just completely controlled by Spring Mills right now. Hedgesville just isn't built for this up-paced comeback attempt.
47-29. If they're going to do anything, it's going to be shots from the perimeter, it feels like. And guys getting going all of a sudden. But Pence with the finish and the foul. Thomas with the foul there.
I think they actually are calling it on Jones.
Okay. Well, that's his fourth.
Doesn't
or his
help
third, excuse me.
Thomas is 3, Jones is 4, and that's the 2 that we're showing right now.
Right, but I think you are...
I think it's the third on number 4, Tyler Jones.
Yeah, I think you're correct there. Thomas and Jones were both in the area, too, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. But the free throw no good from Pence. He has 5 points here tonight. Blazing with a nice crossover dribble into the hands of Max Anderson. Max guarded by Noah Brown. Into the hands of Poku Champon now. Guarded by Wilmer. Short corner for Xavier Anderson. Spring Mills just kind of content to hold the basketball and keep the possession. Wilmer isn't close enough to start the count.
How close do you have to be, honestly?
Yeah.
I know you don't know the answer. It just feels like nobody does.
I mean, there is probably a written rule, but I'm not sure exactly off the top of my head. Thomas drives in. Anderson over to Kwesi Apoku Champon. Now in the hands of Xavier Anderson. Hedgesville trying to get up on him now. But this is a dangerous territory to be in, too, because this team's a very well-executed passing team, and they can hold the basketball at the best of them for whatever that's worth.
Spring Mills kind of just giving Hedgesville a taste of its own medicine right now.
Right. I mean, it's the right strategy here when you're up by double digits in the fourth quarter. It's not necessarily the most exciting basketball. So from a fan perspective, it kind of takes away from the entertainment value, but this is high school games. It's about winning, I guess, in some ways. There's Anderson to the rim. Having fun, winning, getting better, all that stuff. Landon Pence to the rim. Gets his own rebound, lays it up and in.
Yeah, back-to-back possessions resulting in points from Pence.
Yeah, he's playing hard. 7 points for him, 47-33. Question is now, I mean, Spring Mill's trying to shorten the game. I don't know, Colin. I mean, with 5 minutes left, it's a lot of time. Like, yeah, it's a good strategy to burn as much clock as possible, but also when your strength is just go, 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 it could get you a little complacent here. Up 14 is a decent margin, but I don't know.
It could, and that's exactly what happened yesterday as to why Jefferson came back in the fourth and almost actually knocked off Spring Mills. But as I kind of said earlier, it just doesn't seem like Hedgesville's built that way to come back and make every possession pay off because they matter so much because of this situation.
Thomas to the rim. That's off his foot and out of bounds. Did they rule Spring Mills or Hedgesville? I couldn't really see the ref.
Looks like it's staying here just by the kind of
it appears to
body
be
language of everybody.
Spring Mills, but definitely close to going off of Thomas's foot and out of bounds. But it will stay with Spring Mills. Again, we're here on the baseline which has given us a different angle. It's been kind of cool, though. I like it a little bit. Caleb Thomas goes baseline, dribble, shot no good. Good defense from Pence. He's playing really well. Open three for Noah Brown. Hedgesville needs it, and they get it. Brown with the triple. Timeout, Spring Mills at 47-36. Don't count out the Eagles yet. With 3:58 here in this fourth quarter, we'll take a 30-second break.
Now that's exactly what they need, but are they really?
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
With 15 to lead the Eagles here tonight at 47-36. Spring Mills on top. 3:58 left here in this fourth quarter, Colin. Spring Mills not going down without a fight. Or, I'm sorry, Hedgesville not going down without a fight.
Yeah, they're not going to back down. This rivalry, you wouldn't expect either side to ever back down. This is, though, it feels like the last hoorah attempt here in the final, I'd say, probably next 2 minutes. You need to somehow pull within 5 to realistically have a shot at this ball game. Right now,
if
down.
I'm Spring Mills, I'm going away
11.
from the ball control because it's just going to get you in a situation where, yeah, you might burn some time, but you might also make some turnovers or just.
Right. You need to see them go for the jugular.
You got to finish the game strong, and that is a wide open layup for Xavier Anderson. Well executed play, and he'll lay it up and in. Good pass there from Caleb Thomas as well, but that's big. Any points is big at this point on the Spring Mills side at 49-36. Foul away from the ball offensively called against Hedgesville.
Yeah, I wasn't looking that way to see what it was.
It's on Elliott. That's his third. Some sort of push-off, I believe, is what they called. And now I'm going to check Pittsnagel back in for Elliott. Here at 49-36, 3:28 left, so now another timeout here for Spring Mills. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back at 30.
On January 18th, Rob Blair was appointed by the Berkeley County Commission to fill the vacancy of sheriff. A retired captain with the West Virginia State Police, Rob Blair is putting his 35 years of experience and training in law enforcement, administration, and supervision to work for the citizens of Berkeley County. A vote for Rob Blair for sheriff is a vote for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Paid for by Committee to Elect Rob Blair for Sheriff.
We're back here at Hedgesville High School. Nick Verzolini, Colin McLaughlin, 49-36 our score. Timeout Spring Mills. Spring Mills on top here by 13. Our fourth quarter is presented to you on TV 10 by the committee to elect Rob Blair for sheriff. Berkeley County's choice for honesty, integrity, professionalism, and proven leadership. Learn more at robblairforsheriff.com, as well as the Larry DeMarco team at Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the Tri-State, they have you covered. 3:28 left, Colin. 13-point lead here for Spring Mills. Hedgesville showing some fight, but Spring Mills definitely in control of the lead here. We'll see how things play out here in this final 3.5 minutes. Boko Champon to Thomas. High post. Thomas, no look pass underneath, has it taken away. Noah Brown having a heck of a game. Brown going coast to coast. Kicks it out. Pittsnagel, floater in the lane is no good. Tipped around, rebounded by Pittsnagel. His shot no good. Kirks flies in for the rebound. Gets fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Chance after chance after chance there for Hedgesville, even with Xavier Anderson and Caleb Thomas down low for Spring Mill. Still somehow multiple putback attempts, and that results in the free throws here for Hedgesville. You got to make them, though.
Kirk to the line to shoot a pair. The first one is up and no good. This is only the third and fourth free throw attempts of the game for Hedgesville. The other two from Landon Pence, both on and ones. That's another thing. They've done a good job of playing defense without fouling here tonight for Spring Mills. Not a whole lot of fouls going against the Cardinals. Poku chomp on to Youth Smith as the second free throw was good from Kirk. 49-37 our score. Thomas over to Youth Smith, working around the perimeter. Short corner. Back to Youth Smith. Over to Poku chomp on now. Hedgesville trying to pressure, trying to trap.
Yep.
But haven't really been able to force any turnovers. The hot potato offense working well for Spring Mills. Here's an open Tyler Jones three, and he sinks it.
He was sitting in that corner camping out. Could have made a bonfire, cooked up some s'mores here.
He might have.
He's cooking up something.
Snow coming down on the outside. But Tyler Jones stays hot in the inside. 52-37 our score.
You can't afford to leave him, though, alone in the corner. I get that you're
his
trying
third
to
three.
Cause a turnover, wanting a double team to put extra pressure on the man with the ball, but
it may not matter, though. I mean,
probably
if you
not.
don't force the turnover, then any basket doesn't really matter at this point. Pitt's not going to lay up and in. So,
yeah, it
might be worth it trying to go for the turnover. And if they make the three from the corner, then they make the three from the corner. Jones over to Anderson. He lays it up and in, and the foul.
It's over.
Xavier Anderson having himself a great night as well. 22 points and counting.
No, Brown right now trying to plead his case after picking up that foul to the official. He's having none of it.
Free throw is good. So give Anderson 23 on the night. 55-39. Spring Mills on top of Hedgesville. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Shot is no good from Wilmer. Layup or rebounded by Pittsnagel. His shot no good. He continues to miss. Thomas grabs the rebound. Several opportunities there for Hedgesville on the offensive glass, but they couldn't quite finish it. 55-39, 1:15 left in the fourth. Equasia Poku chomp on with the basketball, crossover dribble. And a timeout taken by head coach Luke Samples in the Spring Mills Cardinals. 1:10 left in this fourth quarter. And we'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 30.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. Our score, Spring Mills 55, Hedgesville 39 here in this fourth quarter. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Kyle McLaughlin. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. On camera, Aiden Sensabaugh. 1:10 left in this one. Cardinals just trying to hold it and close it out with the victory. Well, it's been a pretty competitive game for the most part, but Hedgesville just going to come up a little bit short here tonight. It was a great first half, 30-27 at halftime. But Spring Mills battled back, hit that unbelievable three before the half from Equasia Poku Champon, and that kind of flipped the momentum. Here's Anderson down low. He's headed back to the line to shoot two with 57 seconds left. At the end of the first quarter, Hedgesville led it 12-11. Felt pretty good after that first quarter. Even felt good, like I said, at halftime. But the third quarter is where Spring Mills put their mark on the game. This fourth quarter, Hedgesville fought back a little bit. But no, Miss Anderson misses the free throw. But Spring Mills is too good at times here tonight. It does set up, though, what's going to be a great sectional tournament as TJ Crawford checks into the game for Tyler Jones. But even with Hedgesville's loss tonight, you got to give their respect for the fight that they showed. Free throw good there from Anderson. He gets 1 for 2 from the line. Of course, Martinsburg, a top 3 team in the state, the number 1 team in the state, the Spring Mills Cardinals. So having those two plus another top 10 team in the state in Hedgesville, it's probably the best sectional tournament in the state of West Virginia. Here's Pittsnagel down low for the free throw. That's no good. Or the layup, no good. And we'll be here. We'll be at all the games, I should just say. We'll be at Martinsburg for Hedgesville Martinsburg, and then we'll see who ends up in that sectional championship game. But Hedgesville has shown some abilities to get at least a lot better from game 1 to game 2 against their opponent, even though the final may look pretty similar. 56-39, our score here, 24 seconds. In terms of the point differential, I should say, may look pretty similar. This game has felt a lot better considering they're scoring almost 40 and only scored 25 last time out. Caleb Thomas, the bounce pass over to Poku Champon. Poku Champon to the rim, bounce pass underneath. Xavier Anderson with the two-handed jam. Oh my goodness. That's a way to end a ball game. 58-39, our final. Spring Mills comes into Hedgesville and gets the win. And the Eagles, as we know, this is an intense rivalry. They take that score right off the scoreboard as soon as it went final. But 58-39 was our final score here. They turned the scoreboard off now, but I think that's kind of just a little bit of showing the rivalry, I feel like, with Hedgesville coming in. Looking for the upset. They battled well, but Spring Mills gets the upset. Or Spring Mills gets the win, I should say. Upsetting Hedgesville here in terms of how they're feeling, I guess, if you want to say any sort of upset. But Coach Samples coming down with Colin. And Colin, whenever you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Now down here with the head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, Luke Samples. Coach Samples, congrats on the win. Your team comes out, dominates the second half. That really seemed like the difference, especially there in the third, outscoring Hedgesville 15-2 in that one. Just talk to us about how you liked your team's performance.
Yeah, I don't know the final score because they turned off the scoreboard so fast. But, yeah, man, we held them to 2 points in the third quarter. It's tough coming off a Jefferson game, going to school, and then having to play Hedgesville back-to-back. But you know what? We're built different. Number 1 doesn't run. So, again, I've been hearing all this stuff about, winning games isn't good enough anymore. But tonight, I hope it was good enough. We won by 20. I guess beating Jefferson at Jefferson by 1 just isn't good enough. Maybe other teams are catching them. I don't know. Well, the second half proved keep chasing.
Well, from my perspective, I think tonight was enough. 58-39, by the way, final score for you as well. And just all-around performance, really, especially there defensively, and then the exclamation point with the slam dunk at the end. Your team now 19-0, get a little bit of a rest here, as you said, a gauntlet here as of late. What's the focus now here for the final week of the regular season?
Well, we're 20-0, but Frederick is 16-4, 17 probably. They played last night or night. We play them Tuesday. We play Wheeling Park on Thursday. So as long as we can guard, again, energy, effort, defend, rebound, and run, we're going to be fine. Again, Xavier Anderson, the sophomore, just broke the rim. That's a good sign for me. It makes me look like a good coach. But, yeah, man, we just got to keep the pedal to the metal, and defense wins games. And, our offense started clicking because we looked up the floor and we started running. It's tough, man, playing all these games, but and it's really not like the state tournament because we have to go to school, and the state tournament we don't have to go to school. But again, playing all these games just makes you tougher, makes us our skin thicker, and man, I'm betting on our guys every night.
Best of luck, Coach. Congrats on the win again. Back up to you, Nick.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you, Coach Samples, as well as his team wins again 20-0 on the year after the win over Hedgesville. Hedgesville falls to 13-6. Still a good season for them as well, but we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the Palace Lounge post-game show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg. Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel is helping create extraordinary futures.
So we've seen improvements in our boys on the, as I said, arithmetic, reading and writing.
I worked in the county, I worked in public school, and that's what I knew. And I knew I wanted to be able to give her more. So I would recommend this to anyone.
You know, our daughter has thrived here. The family-like environment is exactly what she needed.
The Classical Christian Academy at Bethel in Martinsburg, equipping children to lead lives of significant impact.
Kick off the new year in a new Toyota from CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of your favorite Toyota models on our lot. Right now, get up to $2,200 off MSRP on a new 2024 RAV4. Or check out a new 2024 Camry and get up to $3,000 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
We welcome you back here to the Palace Lounge postgame show as your final score here tonight. Spring Mills 58, Hedgesville 39. We welcome you back here to Hedgesville High School. And the postgame show again brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. And Colin, great game, great rivalry. Rivalry continues, and there wasn't, a super competitive game down the stretch, but I feel like you still walk away from it pretty excited about sectionals, as I was saying toward the end, because Hedgesville's shown enough glimmers of hope that they could pull off an upset over anybody, it feels like, in this section. And Spring Mills and Martinsburg are two of the top three teams in the state, so this is the section to watch right here on TV 10 for the section.
Talk Radio WRNR, WRNR TV on YouTube as well. But hey, got to give credit to Spring Mills, 20-0 now. My apologies for saying 19-0, and I liked what I saw from them. It was a close first half, kind of as expected in a rivalry. But as soon as they came out of the locker room in the third quarter, foot all the way on the gas pedal and cruised to victory, and you could tell their coach was happy as well. He's loved what he's seen from his guys. And as you said, very tough competition the past two nights. You had Hedgesville tonight. You had Jefferson yesterday. You come out with wins. I'm the one that he kind of was even saying. I said on the Sports Mix today, is 1 point against Jefferson enough? Are they maybe not playing their best basketball? Looked like they were playing their best basketball tonight, especially in that second half.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's fair.
I do too, but
for you to look at some of the more closer scores and say, hey, is this team slipping a little bit? I think, though, also, like
they
you
didn't
said,
slip tonight, though.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But you are seeing teams get a little bit better against them, and I think that's to be expected, but they're still the best. And I think that's where we did kind of come around this morning on that talk, or this afternoon, early afternoon. But, yeah, I mean, hey, whatever you want to use for motivation, that's fine with me. Our post-game stats brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. Xavier Anderson's going to lead the way here tonight with 26 points for the Cardinals. 15 for Tyler Jones. He continues to impress. 9 for Caleb Thomas. Didn't need him to score a lot, but he still did a lot of good things on both ends of the floor. Kwesi Opoku-Champon has 4, 2 for Max Anderson, and 2 for Youth Smith as well. On the Hedgesville side, it was 15 for Noah Brown to lead the way. 6 for Pittsnoggle, 7 for Pence, 5 for Kirk. It was a tough one here tonight. 58-39, the final score. Again, your postgame stats brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. All right, let's get into our awards here, Colin. Rejection of the game brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, family-owned, offering superior customer service, great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
Got to go back to all reliable when it comes to rejection of the game. Caleb Thomas getting that award tonight. The one that stands out to me still is the one there on that left side of the gym for those watching for us, our point of view. The far side of the gym being up here in the press box behind the right side basket. But the one that just went right into the cheerleaders, that's the one that stands out still in my mind tonight, and that's tonight's rejection of the game.
Yeah, he probably had about 4 or 5 blocks here tonight, so all of them kind of stand out, it feels like. But, yeah, he gets up. Caleb Thomas. It could be the Caleb Thomas, Cody's Auto Body rejection of the game. If you had NIL in college or in high school, you give him the...
We don't need that.
We definitely don't. No.
Stop you right there.
Moment of the game brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
Third quarter. Plain and simple. I mean... Actually, scratch that. Completely scratch what I just said, not the third quarter. Three-pointer by Opoku-Champon there at the buzzer, the second quarter. I almost forgot. I don't know how, but that has to be the moment of the game because you were down 27-26. He somehow gets that right corner three to fall, and then the free throw on top of it to go up 30-27 at the half, and then that third quarter afterwards. But moment of the game, clearly that right corner three, because that's the boost going into the locker room that gave them the explosion in the third.
Same thing happened to me the other night. I said third quarter, and then I said, no, wait, Mary Rivera three. So we've seen some good shots here recently in high school basketball. But player of the game here, Colin, brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just appliance store any longer. 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg, or online at Orsini's.com. Pretty easy one, I feel like.
X has to get it. Xavier Anderson, the exclamation point at the end with the slam dunk. 26 points, I believe you said?
Yes.
Yeah, easily player of the game tonight.
Yeah,
and there he is coming back out.
He was pretty much unstoppable tonight on the Spring Mills side. So that wraps things up here for us. For Aiden Sensabaugh, our cameraman Dylan Bishop back in the studio, who you'll hear from here in just a little bit. Colin McLaughlin. I'm Nick Verzolini. Spring Mills improves to 20-0 with the 58-39 win over Hedgesville. The Eagles fall to 13-6. We're back on Monday at noon for the Sports Mix on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
I do. We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
Can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
You can play, work, and explore without joint pain. Whether it's a strain, sprain, or fracture, WVU Medicine, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine can help you live without joint pain. Our expert team of surgeons offer the exceptional care you expect for the injuries you don't, specializing in joint replacement, sports and traumatic injuries, hip and knee disorders, foot and ankle surgery, hand and wrist surgery, and shoulder reconstruction. Call 304-725-BONE today to learn how you can live without joint pain.
Welcome into the AND1 post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Dylan Bishop here with you after a 58-39 victory for the Spring Mills Cardinals over the Hedgesville Eagles. Spring Mills stays undefeated as the number 1 team in the state of West Virginia. We'll get you an update here if we can during the last few minutes here in the scoreboard show on Martinsburg-Musselman. Last we heard from them, it was 16-15 Martinsburg. But in the meantime, some scores from around women's college basketball. Really the main thing going on here tonight in basketball. Number 25 Princeton with a 12-point win in the end over Brown. Creighton gets a 20-point victory, 71-51 over St. John's. UConn wins big, 85-44 over Georgetown. One game ongoing right now. Number 22, Utah leading number 8, Colorado, 47-34. That's the main things going on around women's college basketball tonight. Again, it's All-Star Weekend in the NBA. Had the Celebrity All-Star Game tonight. It's Saturday, the NBA All-Star Saturday night tomorrow, and the All-Star Game on Sunday. But that's all we have in terms of NBA action. Going on right now in the NHL, you have one game going on. Carolina Hurricanes currently leading 1-0 over the Coyotes in the first period. Just 3 minutes into that one, Hurricanes already scored a goal in that one. So again, it's 58-39. Spring Mills getting the win over Hedgesville here tonight. This is Dylan Bishop for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Hoping you have a great rest of your Friday evening and a great weekend.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill.